I'm just walking the streets of Luang Prabang in Southeast Asia, in Laos. It's caught the slow boat from the north of Thailand, crossed over into a town called Hua Sai, and then caught the slow boat from there down to Luang Prabang. It took 2 days and stayed overnight in a little village called Pak Beng. And it was amazing. It was such a great experience. It cost like 25 USD or something like that for the ticket and for the food for the first day, which was made by our beautiful lady at the hostel. And the people in Laos, they're so nice. There's such beautiful people and such a chilled out, laid back country. Excuse me for the shakiness of the camera and the hand in front of the camera. I'm just holding my phone up because I don't have my gimbal. Anyway, I just wanted to jump on today because I wanted to share that a realization that I've made since I came over to Southeast Asia about where we can find spiritual depth in our lives. This trip was really a spiritual trip to find myself and find my center. And I thought that traveling to holy places in the world where people pilgrimage to, these holy sites where a lot of people come to deepen their spirituality, I thought that coming over here would help me to do the same. And I wanted to visit all these destinations, and Angkor Wat was one of those in Cambodia. And I'm not saying that I won't go there, I may still go there, but as my finances are slowly disappearing and I have some other priorities to get done in this part of the world as well, I don't know if I'm going to make it there or not. And it was one of the places that I really wanted to go to. It's one of the oldest temples in the world, and I thought I'd find this real spiritual depth there. But my perspective has really changed in the last few months since I went to the Art of Living ashram in Bangalore. And it's not because that place is any more spiritual than any other place, although it is a very high energy environment and a marvelous place. But I was lucky to be called there early on in my trip, because what I realized at that ashram is that the most spiritual place in the world, the most spiritual place that can give us deep contentment and a deep sense of love and compassion and peace and tranquility, it's not in some cave or some mountain or some ancient temple. Actually, the only place we can ever find any of that stuff is this place right here. And we carry it around with us every day. And we can have this deep sense of peace and contentment, fulfillment in the office. We can have it in the library. We can have it anywhere we want, including at temples. But I think the reason these places are so profound and their energy is so high is that so much consciousness and so much people's awareness goes into these places as these spiritual centers, and their energy grows. They're also beautiful places where mankind has created monuments, these beautiful temples and structures in devotion of the supreme being, the Lord inside our hearts, the divinity, the divine. And they become a symbol of this divinity that we feel inside ourselves. I'm just going to come over into the shade and have a little rest. Hopefully there's no snakes on the grass. I'm literally checking for snakes. I am very cautious in this part of the world where I step on the grass, and wearing sandals, you've got to be careful. No snakes, good. I just made that realization, and the most valuable thing we can have is actually not an airfare to go to these amazing places or a ticket to get into an amazing ashram or anything like this. The most valuable thing is having the tools and techniques to be able to come back to living from here and being able to tune into this temple right here at any moment, because this is the temple we carry around every day. And I was lucky enough to learn that early in my trip. I didn't actually have to go to all of these places and try and search for that. I was lucky enough to find those techniques early on. Well, I already found them actually, but to reconnect with those techniques early on. And my trip has been so rewarding and fulfilling, actually just living in the culture over here. I've lived in, spent a little bit of time in Hua Hin, in Thailand, in Chiang Rai, and now I'm in Laos. And also before that in the north of India. And prior to being at the ashram, I was in the south of Thailand. And I just have so much contentment and so much fullness being here and doing these practices every morning. And they don't take a lot of time. I'm only spending about half an hour doing breathing practices some mornings and some meditation, and just tuning back into myself, tuning into the temple, into here. And it's just made every experience, no matter where I am, whether I'm eating food or whether I'm at the gym or wherever I am, the most beautiful experience. So yeah, who knows whether I'll make it to Angkor Wat or not. I'm not really attached to it. I'd love to see it. I'd love to learn about the history of the place and see the devotion of the temples and the beautiful trees there. But at the same time, I'm very happy with where I'm going, and we'll just see where the path unfolds. So if you don't know how to tune into this thing here and really get in tune with yourself and be content with yourself, and actually when we're living from this space, the intuition is heightened, our energy is heightened, our ability to be sensitive to other people is heightened, and I find life is just so much easier when we live from this place instead of from this place, which is often very, cause of a lot of pain and anxiety and stress. So if you don't know about these techniques, just let me know. Send me a message. I can share with you the techniques that I use, and yeah, I can share with you where I learned those techniques. You don't have to go to an ashram to learn them. Luckily, I actually learned these techniques in New Zealand, and they're so powerful. They're just unbelievable, and it doesn't matter where in the world you are, absolutely anywhere in the world. I can experience the same depth of meditation, the same depth of fulfillment, whether I'm in the ashram or whether I'm in Laos or whether I'm in New Zealand. It doesn't matter where, because I'm always at the temple. The temple is here. So that's my little realization for the day. If you want some help, I'm not going to help you, but I can point you in the right direction on where to learn these techniques and bring you back to living from the space of here as well. Have a nice day.